Hi guys, it's me, Tiffany. I just wanted to reach out and say hello. I know it's been several months since you've heard from me. I told you I was moving, and I did. And my move is finished. I actually ended up moving probably about a month and a half later than I thought. So things are kind of a little bit compressed here so far as getting ready for the winter. You can see that I still have my tropical plants. Just wanted to zoom in on some of those. This is my Miyamoto, and you can see that her fruits are ripening. And right here we have our, I think it's Awari Satsuma. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, this one has some time to go in ripening its fruits. A lot of my plants that I started, like I started this from an air layer, and that one back there from an air layer. They're doing great. Over here I have my Silver Hill Satsuma, and you can see she's got her fruits and she looks great. As I recall, last year this one didn't start ripening her fruits until November, so she's got a good month and a half. This right here, the taller one, is my, I think it's a honey murcot, but she doesn't have any fruits, and it's not her fault. It's not any of their fault. Really, when they needed me the most, when they needed consistent watering and fertilizer and stuff, I just kind of up and left them with my neighbor and with my sister, and they were on their own. And bless them, when I got them back, they were alive, don't get me wrong, but I could tell that I had neglected them. So no worries about that. They'll come right back. She looks great. I've been doctoring on all of them just to, make sure they have the nutrients they need and the water. The biggest thing about them is it's been very dry here, and I can tell that they weren't receiving the water that they needed. So here is an air layer, where is it? Right here, of a honey murcot. It's doing great. Back a year and a half ago, I sold my large calamondin, but I took an air layer of her. This is the air layer. It's crazy how big that is. And then this right here is an air layer of my honey murcot. That air layer is probably 2 years old, maybe 3 years old. I'm hoping that this girl gives me some fruit. The honey murcot tends to flower in, I'm gonna say, around March. And it takes it a pretty long time for its fruit to ripen. Like, if she gives me a flower this coming March 2024, I won't be picking fruit off her until probably March 2025, which I know that seems long, but it is what it is. And then right here, now this girl, she did not miss me at all. This is my Beers, BEARSS lemon. And she looked great. I was shocked because I even found a little lemon hanging. Look at that. Found a lemon hanging, and then, like, since she's been with me, they've been with me, I'm gonna say 2 weeks ago, I picked them up from all around the earth. Like, some were at my neighbors, some at my sister's. So I hired a U-Haul truck. Well, actually, I hired my sister because she likes to drive. Anyway, so we got in the truck and we just made rounds around the town and picked up my plants and stuff I had left here, there, and everywhere. And this, I noticed since she's been with me, she is starting to flower. Let me see if I can find some flowers for you. Give me just a second. Okay, so maybe the term flower was not the correct term, but you see the buds, those dark purple things, those are flower buds. And I looked around and she has them, I'm not going to say everywhere, but she has them in several places, like right here. And then I saw a whole cluster down there. So I guess this girl was like, Mom, you just go away anytime you want to. I can do this on my own, and that's okay. I apologize for any noise. I'm actually on a more heavily traveled street, and so I hear cars all the time, but that's fine with me. This right here, my key lime. Now, she didn't fare so great. I've noticed like a lot of her leaves are gone. So if I get in here close, like you see all this, I have fighting chickens. You see all this bare limage. But I also notice if you look, this girl is trying to flower again. You see all those little white cotton balls or popcorn? That's trying to flower. And this girl is also, I'm not going to say loaded, but she has quite a bit of limes on her. Those limes would have gotten bigger. They're really tiny. Let me get one. They're kind of tiny. Maybe about the diameter of a quarter. So anyway, the dragon fruits. So my dragon fruits, this over here, going right here and right there, that is my Townsend Pink. She looks good. The dragon fruits did just fine mostly. When I say mostly, like, you know, dragon fruits are cacti. So if it gets a little dry, it's not going to kill them. And you can see they haven't been killed. The reason why I say mostly also is because all the blooms fell off. I'm accustomed to pollinating, hand pollinating. And like these had bloomed when I did not have them, and I couldn't expect, I actually left these with my neighbor because they were so huge. I couldn't expect my neighbor to get out there and fight the spines and hand pollinate. So anyway, it doesn't look like I'm going to get very big dragon fruit harvest. However, there was one little only bud on there when I got them, and this little bud bloomed yesterday. And honestly, I was so tired, I forgot to hand pollinate. But then I came out here like in the morning after she had closed up and tried to throw some pollen up there. So I don't know if I caught her in time, but we shall see. I'm just kind of shocked that she had a bloom on her. And this is my white, it's just a white dragon fruit. It was sold to me as, what was it? It's supposed to be a watermelon. I've forgotten now. It was supposed to be red, but it's not. But at least it's self-fertile. That's the thing that I really appreciate about this. It blooms consistently and it's self-fertile. So she's a keeper. And then back here, let me get a better position. So back here is my physical graffiti. And you know, I've threatened my physical graffiti and said that she doesn't give me fruit. Well, she did flower. As a matter of fact, before I left and put this over at my neighbor's, she had like 5-6 flower buds on her. And then I just left before the flowers materialized, before anything happened. So, you know, I can't really blame this plant for not producing. I wasn't there. So, of course, she gets another year. So, it'll take me several years to get my soil where I need it and to get things going. So, you know, it's going into fall, and the best I could do is get flower pots and plant some collards. So these are collards, and then up front I have some more brassicas. Let me show you. So right here on my front porch I have some brassicas. Right here I'm struggling with these, not because they're not growing. They're growing just fine, but again, this is a new place and I'm having to deal with a pest that I'm not necessarily used to dealing with, and they are literally just eating the tar out of these brassicas. It's a little worm. Let me see if I can find one for you. So this is it. This is the larva that's eating my brassica leaves. Moving on, this particular planting is doing fabulous. This is a mixture of collards. Like this is a collard, and then over here this is a collard, and then in the center I have broccoli. Hopefully I might get a head or two. I know my sister came and she was like, you know, you have that planted too close. And I'm like, you know what? I know this, right? But desperate times call for desperate measures. I am not able to plant in my garden like I want to. So I'm kind of ignoring the rules of space and just putting things where I want them. And here's my last planting of brassicas. This happens to be collards as well. So my first planting, these right here, were actually planted, I'm going to say about 2 weeks before those. when I saw how well these were doing, and then when I saw how much these over here were getting eaten, I was like, I don't think I'm going to have enough. So I went and got 2 more of those black planters and planted some more. So this is my vanilla vine. My vanilla vine is one of those plants that obviously did not miss me. And she has grown. Like, it's hard to show you, but I want to show you how long one of these limbs are. Let me get a stick. So what I'm trying to show you is how long this one vine is. And like this one right here has reached the top. If I would put this closer to a wall or something, it would start growing up the wall. This one right here has almost reached the top, and I'm seeing just a lot of new growth right here. That's new growth, and I even saw some down here. This was just a sprig of one of my vines that died, and then I look at it and you can see new growth right here, and it almost looks like right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. It almost looks like right there it's about to grow as well. Now some of you might be curious about, like, what about my garden, my raised beds? I don't know that I'm going to do raised beds here, simply because raised beds can get out of control. Like, if I'm not careful, they tend to be everywhere. Let me let this helicopter pass. Perhaps you may be wondering about pawpaws. I don't have pawpaws yet. When I get pawpaws, I think there'll be more back there where these trees are. But honestly, I'd like to take those trees down. There are 3 walnuts and 1, I think it's an oak. And walnuts, I like walnuts, but like when they fall, you have like a bunch of big golf balls on your ground, and like when you walk, it's easy to turn your ankle and stuff. So I'd rather have those walnuts gone. But I tell you what I'd like back there, pecans. So I may get rid of those walnuts and put some pecans when I'm able to. And then I'd like to put maybe 2 or 3 pawpaws back there, and maybe 2 persimmons, and maybe 2 fig plants, and then call it a day. The thing about where I'm at is that my house, thankfully, praise the Lord, is twice as big as the house that I had. However, the plot of land is actually smaller. So I'm going to have to be very selective about how much I grow and where I put it. My priority right now is getting some sort of greenhouse built, because you see all these tropicals right here. And here where I'm at, it can get down to about 0 degrees. Now, don't get me wrong, that is not normal here. Generally in the winter, I'm gonna say the temperatures might hover between 20 degrees to 30 degrees, but still 20 degrees is too cold for these as well. Especially like my dragon fruit. Those dragon fruit, if it goes below freezing, they're going to melt. And that vanilla vine will not tolerate cold, and this Beers lemon right here will not tolerate cold as well. So again, first priority, greenhouse. I've been looking at that for several days. I think I'm going to order one here, and hopefully I can have a greenhouse built. It's probably going to be, I don't know, might be November before I get one. The cold might be here, but that's okay, because thankfully in this new home I have a garage, and until I'm able to get my greenhouse, I can put these in the garage, although they won't be getting any sun. So I will give you a quick tour of my little house. I say little, but it's, I don't know, that's an affectionate term. This is actually twice as big as the home that I left. The home that I left was 750 square feet, thereabouts. Got to be kind of small. My dad got sick. He had to stay with me for a little bit, and I saw exactly how small my house was when he came to stay. And I had 1 bathroom. You know, we were sharing the same bathroom and such. And, you know, I was like, if something like that happens again, I want to be a bit more prepared. So I've got this new, brand spanking new home. Love it to death. I love the fact that notice to get up in the house, all it is one step. So as I age, and honestly, if my parents come, it's not so hard for them to get up in here. Now, I'm going to say, please excuse some things. I'm still unpacking. So if this is not your version of clean, I am so sorry. But this is actually the back door that we're entering. You can see this is the laundry room / mud room. And then in here we go to our, I call it great room. And we have the dining area, and then over here is the kitchen area, and then over here is the living room area, if you want to call it that, and then it's just a little welcome entry area. It's not all put together yet, but anyway, back here, I'm not going to take you in there, but this is my master bedroom. I didn't make up my bed, so I don't want to show you that. And then off the great room, you go back here, and there's a little hallway. And when you go to this hallway, of course, you can see that this is the guest bathroom. The master bedroom does have a full bathroom as well. So that way, like, again, if my parents have to come and be with me, I have more than one bathroom. So I'm in the bathroom trying to show you. One thing I really love about the bathroom is this little nook that allows me to put towels in there. The master bathroom actually has a closet in there to where I can house my stuff. So in this area is another bedroom. I'm not going to open that door because my 2 cats and my dog are in there, and I don't want them to get out and ruin this video. And then over here, this is another bedroom, and you can see I'm still very much unpacking. I know it's a mess, but doing my best here, you know. So I'll get this together when I can, but like I unpack maybe 2 boxes a week, and then shut the door. And then I will come back and unpack a couple more boxes. I'm working about 60 hours a week right now. So getting everything unpacked I've done what I can, but I don't think I'm going to have time to really fully get moved in until Thanksgiving and Christmas break. That'll give me a few extra days. And then also I have to keep in mind, I have a greenhouse that'll probably be showing up in the next week or 2. And that greenhouse is a kit, and I'm going to have to do some building. So I think I'm as unpacked as I'm going to be able to be in the next month or 2, because I've got to turn my eyes on other things. But I just want to say thank you, guys, those who have been with me, been following me. I can't tell you that I'll have a video out even once a month. I don't know. I'm trying to restart, rebuild. It takes time. So I will let you know what's going on with me as much as I can. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.